Hello everyone and welcome on this new midweek analysis video from Xtreme Trader. This is Salah speaking. So of course I'm so happy about the results of the signals from the last Saturday video. As we can see, thankfully almost all of the signals have went in the right direction and have made a very good profits, of course, except for the USDJPY. But the rest of the signals are actually running in a very good profit, especially the gold, which is currently running in about 374 pips of profit. Of course, there have been some comments which make sarcastic about my analysis. They said that this guy usually fails, don't follow him, don't trust him. Of course, these comments are normal. But let me just tell you what's happening here. Of course, I don't care about these comments. I mean, my results here speaks for itself. I think the best reply to them is showing the results right here. But what's happening is some guys actually entering my signals and they are making very good profits. Then they tell others about this channel. They tell this guy is actually very good. His signals are very successful, very accurate. When they join, it will be actually a bad week for my bad luck, of course. And once they see the results, they will say, man, this guy is so bad. No, don't listen to the others. So it doesn't work this way, of course, my friends. Forex market can never be the same always. My analysis can never be accurate all the time. Please check the back history of my results. You will find that more than 80% of my analysis were very accurate. I admit on one thing here that many of my signals never hit the take profit level, but if you have actually entered the signals, you will see that you will be actually running in profit if we put the take profit level on a side, but most of the signals are actually going in the right direction. So the thing here, as I mentioned earlier, they are expecting the best results every time. And in my opinion, these people actually have no idea about Forex trading. They think that they will get the same results every single time. So again, that is fine. No problem for me at all. In the past, I used to care about these comments, but now I don't care at all. What I care for is the very positive and nice comments which I have on my channel. And of course, I will dedicate myself to serve them. And hopefully we will all together make some decent profits in this channel. So, without further ado, let's now begin the midweek analysis and let's now begin with the Euro USD. So as you can see, thankfully the Euro USD has been triggered, my friends, and actually, okay, wait a minute. I think the Euro USD hasn't been triggered. It just reversed like, I think, 14 pips before reaching our entry point. However, I would say that the Euro USD is running in about 137 pips for anyone who have taken this signal. Anyway, let's see now what we can do next with this pair. So, of course, let me just get rid of the old signal. And let's see now what we can do next with the Euro USD. If we switch right now to the daily chart, my friends, we can see clearly that we are no longer facing the risk of touching the support level at 1.03713. There is one reason for that. If we move right now to the 4-hour time frame, and if you guys have checked the last video I have uploaded about the channels or triangles, actually it was a mistake. In the video I was actually saying that this is a channel and it's getting more narrow. This is actually a triangle. One of the comments actually corrected me, thanks to him, but it's actually because my English is not my native language, guys. So in my mind, I call these as a channels, so forgive me about this mistake. Anyway, as we can see right here, the Euro USD is already on its way to retest the broken level of a resistance right here, exactly right there at 1.05879. If we check, of course, the triangle on this level, just like that, and if we check here, of course, if we ignore, of course, the fake levels of the breakouts and focus on the real level of a resistance trend line, as we can see right here, this was, of course, a real level of a support trend line. This was a fake breakout. This was, of course, another retesting of the real level of a support trend line. These tests as well. However, this is, of course, the best way to draw the triangle or the channel. However, the Euro USD seems like it's gonna actually retest the broken level, and most likely it's gonna make a bullish reversal after it reaching the broken level of a resistance, after it falls for about 43 pips, and I believe at that point we can start buying the Euro USD. Moving back to the daily chart just to confirm if there was a strong support on the exact same level. So let's just scroll to the left side. And as we can see right here, exactly, check this out, my friends, the level of 1.05879 has actually been a very strong key support level. The market has actually respected that level repeatedly in the past. Therefore, we will not ignore this level, and I think we can safely buy the Euro USD exactly after it finishes the retest um, and falls for about 43 pips. Once we do that, and back to the daily chart, let's see now the take profit level. It has to be placed exactly right there. Just right there, exactly. The nearest strong key resistance level to the entry at 1.07188, which means we are actually looking to make approximately 133 pips profit from this signal. Meanwhile, the safe zone shouldn't actually be ranging lower than this level of a support right here at 1.05297. It means the safe zone is ranging for about 54 pips against 133 pips of profits. Moving to the pound USD, which also has been triggered, and actually I think it's just reversed, like guys, come on guys, less than 2 pips before the entry. No, I'm going to take the credit of this signal, I'm gonna claim it, and we will say that the pound USD have indeed made 160 pips profit. I hope you guys have taken this signal and made some decent profits. So let's now delete the old signal and let's see now what we can do next with this pair. Actually, it's a very similar analysis to the to the Euro USD, as we can see right here, my friends. We're having this channel, of course, and we have to keep in mind that this was, of course, the real level of a resistance trend line. This was, of course, another channel. To be honest with you, I don't need to draw this line right here. I mean, this is enough for me. That is what I'm calling the magic of trend lines. This resistance trend line right here is actually enough to say that the market actually has made here the bullish breakout from that level, and most likely it's going to continue the fall till it retests the same level of a broken resistance trend line, and afterwards the pound USD is going to continue the rise. So therefore, we have to highlight the real level of a resistance, which is going to be exactly right there. Let me just be sure. Yes, exactly at 1.23338. Let me just show you the history. The market is just about 58 pips far away from the entry. Let's check on the left side, my friends, and I will show you something very nice. Check this out. This was actually a very strong key support level right here, exactly at 1.23338. It was, of course, the real level of a resistance, and in the middle we had here a fake breakout, which means the pound USD is most likely, after this bullish breakout candle and seeing the broken level of a resistance trend line right here, is gonna be respecting that level, and I think we can safely buy the pound USD exactly at that level. Then the take profit level, if we go now to the daily chart, now on the daily chart, of course, we have to highlight the take profit level to be at the nearest strong key resistance level to our entry. And check this out. Let me just zoom in to show it to you and scroll more to the left. Now we can see clearly, my friends, that this was, of course, the nearest resistance to our entry. We will be buying the pound USD exactly at the retest of the same level of that broken support, and we can keep the trade running till the market reach the take profit level to make approximately 200 pips of profit. Meanwhile, the safe zone, however, let's go now to the 4-hour time frame. The safe zone shouldn't actually be ranging lower than this level of a support right here, exactly right there at 1.22578, which means the safe zone is ranging for about 75 pips against 192 pips of profit. Of course, something very, very, very important I really forgot to mention in the beginning of this video. We will be having tomorrow, Wednesday, 11 p.m. Dubai time, 7 p.m. GMT time. We will be having the FOMC statement for the USD dollar. And I think, guys, we really should avoid trading this time. And of course, keep in mind that these news usually, my friends, can rock the market. They can actually change the direction of most of these signals. So please be careful and be aware that if these signals have failed, it's most likely because of these news. I mean, I'm not blaming the news. I'm just telling you that these news can actually change the direction of the market. There is not a single technical analysis that actually can predict the news. The news will always supersede the technical analysis. So of course, keep in mind that fundamentals always stronger than the technical analysis. So therefore, please stop all your trades during the FOMC statement news. And anyway, by that time, I think we will have the Argentina versus Croatia in the semifinals in the World Cup. And I think, guys, you really want to watch that. I don't think you will be trading while there's semifinals running on. Anyway, if anyone wonders if anyone was wondering, in that game, I'm cheering Argentina because I love Messi. Anyway, that's everything for the pound USD. Let's now move to the AUD USD. AUD/USD has been one perfect signal, as you can see. The market has reversed exactly from 0.76702, 0.67602, and as you can see, it went all the way to the take profit level and reversed also exactly from the take profit level, making total of 136 pips of profit. That's amazing. I hope you guys have taken this signal and have made some decent profits with it. However, what can we expect next from the AUD/USD? Of course, it's really similar to the Euro USD and the Pound USD. We will just have to draw here the real level of a support trend line. I will not use the channels. I mean, this is not my style now. I just showed that in the video. It doesn't mean that I'm actually using that every time. Now, what we can see right here, my friends, is that we had here a support trend line. It became a resistance trend line for a short time. What we can notice right here is that the market did not actually move for more than 50 or 70 pips after reversing from the resistance trend line, and that level of a resistance trend line has indeed been respected 3 times. But keep in mind that the market has always reversed and making a bullish reversal till finally it made the breakout from that level of a support resistance trend line. Then the market actually has respected the same level of a support trend line. Then we can see the same thing happened again. The market also respected that level, reversing at the same level of a previous support trend line to create a new resistance trend line. However, we did not have actually a second attempt of the resistance trend line, and we can see the market has instantly broke out from that level. And if we check the resistance level right here, we can see clearly that we had here also a broken level of a real level of a resistance at 0.68304. Now, all we need to do is just simply look at the left side and try to find a strong support level, and sure enough, there it is. This is, of course, the nearest support to the bullish breakout candle, and we can see that the market is most likely going to respect that level of a support level. And if we check, of course, the past, we can see clearly the same I bit my lips. 0.68304 is also a very strong key support level. That level most likely is not going to be ignored. Not to mention, of course, if we draw here a channel or a triangle, as I have mentioned earlier, we can see clearly that the market is most likely gonna respect that level of a broken resistance trend line and channel. That being said, buying the AUD/USD at 0.68304 is gonna be ideal. We have to wait for the market to fall for about 40 pips before we can start buying it. Now for the take profit level. Moving back to the daily chart, and we can see clearly that this real level of a resistance at 0.69560 is the nearest strong key resistance level to our entry, which means we can actually expect to make approximately 128 pips profit from the signal. And the safe zone shouldn't actually be ranging lower than this level of a support right here, exactly where the market has originally reversed from. And as we can see, it's going to be about 55 pips, I would say, against 125 pips of take profits. Moving to the USD CAD. USD CAD has also been amazing signal, guys. As we can see, it has reversed exactly from 1.3667 and it hit the take profit level, making more than 117 pips of profit. Guys, forgive me if I'm talking too much about my signals. I'm just so proud of it. I mean, really, I'm so happy that these signals have worked perfectly well, especially after seeing the bad comments, of course. I feel so much, you know, I don't know how to say it in English, to be honest. I'm just overwhelmed with the results. Because I didn't respond to these comments. My results is the best response to these comments. Anyway, again, I don't care about them. I just wanted to show you guys that thankfully my signals are so accurate. But however, again, I'm telling you, it's not gonna happen every single time. There will be some days when I will mess up with the signals. There will be some days when the signals will not make any profits, and there will be some days when all of these signals will go in the opposite direction. It's gonna happen. One day it will happen. Same like to the pound, to the USDJPY. One day it will happen, and of course it is normal. There is not a single trader. There is not a single trader in this world is gonna be able to predict the direction every single week. Anyway, talking about the USD CAD. Now, the good thing here for the USD CAD, actually, no, it's the bad thing. We can see clearly that we have here a broken level of a resistance. This was, of course, the real level of a resistance, but the bad thing is the market, after breaking out from that level, it has already retested it. That wick right here, my friends, the wick that we can see right here on the 1 hour time frame, these 2 wicks right here represents the retest of that level of a resistance, meaning this signal has already been triggered. I was about to send you the signal to sell the USD CAD exactly from that level of a resistance. As you can see, the market has already reversed and went in about 30 pips so far. However, it doesn't mean that we can give up yet. We are having here a previous support, and I believe that the USD CAD eventually gonna make a bullish pullback, and most likely is gonna reverse again and reach the same level of a broken resistance right here. And afterwards, we can short the USD CAD after it retest that level of a resistance. It most likely gonna be respected again, and therefore, we need, of course, to find another confirmation for this signal. What we will do is simply draw here a resistance trend line all the way from this higher high to this lower high. Now what you will do, my friends, is simply drag the same resistance trend line and place it at the nearest resistance trend line on the pattern or in the structure. As you can see, this of course was the nearest resistance trend line. It also has been a resistance trend line right here, and therefore we can see clearly that most likely the market will be respecting that level of a resistance trend line. So if that happens, and hopefully it does, it will, we can actually keep the trade running till the market reaches the nearest strong key support level to our entry, which is going to be exactly right there at 1.34651, which means we will be aiming approximately 98 pips profit from the signal. However, the safe zone shouldn't actually be ranging higher than this level of a resistance. Let me just be sure. Daily chart. Yeah, actually the take profit level can be increased. Definitely can be increased, yes. The take profit level based on the daily chart can be increased to be right here at the nearest strong key support level to our entry. Most likely the USD CAD is going to continue the fall, especially after seeing here the multiple attempts to break out from that level of a resistance at 1.36710. For the entire week, actually for the entire 5 or 6 days, the USD CAD has been trying to break out from that level of a resistance. Now finally we're having here the bearish breakout candle, so therefore I believe the next 1 or 2 candles are gonna be bearish as well. So going back to the 4 hour time frame, the take profit level, my friends, right now is going to be about 150 pips of profit. Meanwhile, the safe zone shouldn't actually be ranging higher than this level of a resistance at 1.36197, which means the safe zone is ranging for about 56 pips against 150 pips of profit. Moving to the USD JPY, which of course has entirely failed. As you can see, it was the only signal which has failed. And again, guys, this is normal. It happens. So anyway, let's now see what we can do next with the USD JPY. Moving now to the daily chart. Now the daily chart shows us that the USD JPY has actually been trying to break out from that level of a resistance exactly at 137.297. This, of course, my friends, was a real level of a resistance, as we can see right here. So for the entire actually 6 days, 6 trading days, the market has actually failed to break out from that level. Indicates that the USD JPY is most likely going to start a bearish journey, and most likely the target is going to be placed right here at 131.895. I don't see the USD JPY going to continue, will stop ever the fall before reaching that level of a previous support, which means we can actually expect from this pair to fall for about 330 pips more before makes any further movements. So that being said, all we need to do right now is trying to find a good entry to start shorting the USD JPY. Now let me just tell you something. We are having here, of course, a very strong key support level, exactly at 134.915, and it seems to me like the USD JPY is respecting that level of a support, which means based on the daily chart, we can actually expect a bullish reversal right now, and we're going to start shorting this pair after it rises for a few more pips and at a certain level where we can actually identify a strong key resistance level. So moving now back to the 4 hour time frame. As you can see, indeed, the USDJPY is now reversing. It's making a pullback, but the question is how far is going to continue the rise? The answer lies on the trend lines. If we check this trend line right here, of course, as we can see, my friends, perfect. So we can see clearly that we had here a very strong key resistance level, key resistance trend line. The USDJPY has always been respecting that level. Even after the breakout from it, the market has instantly broke out from that level of a previous resistance trend line, which means it has failed to create a new support trend line. Most likely the USDJPY will continue the rise till it retests that level of a resistance trend line, which means if we look on the left side right here, we can notice that we're having also a key resistance level. Therefore, I believe we can actually assume that the USDJPY is gonna be respecting that level of a resistance, and of course it will be respecting the level of a resistance trend line, which means we can actually short this pair after it rises for about 72 pips. Once we do that, let me just tell you something. The take profit level is going to be placed right here at the nearest strong key support level to our entry at 133.595, which means we are aiming approximately 237 pips profit from the signal. Meanwhile, the safe zone shouldn't actually be ranging higher than this level of a resistance right here at 136.896. The reason is we are mainly relying, or actually completely relying, on that level of a resistance trend line in this analysis. If the USDJPY is going to be able to break out from it, then most likely it's not going to be useful anymore, and the USDJPY will end up making here a fake breakout, and therefore it might actually continue the rise. That being said, we will not keep the safe zone running for more than 94 pips, I would say, against 235 pips of profit. Moving to the USDCHF, which was another fantastic signal, my friends. Check this out. This is amazing. This was one perfect signal. The USDCHF was the only perfect signal, and it has reversed exactly from 0.93752, and it went all the way to the take profit level, and also reversed exactly from the take profit level at 0.92320. How cool is that? I hope you guys have taken this signal and enjoyed this profits with Xtreme Trader. However, let's now delete the old signal, and let's see now what we can do next with the USDCHF. I believe it's going to be really a simple signal. We are going to start shorting the USDCHF exactly after it retests the broken level of a support at 0.93120. And of course, my friends, if we check on the left side, pay attention. This was, of course, a real level of a resistance, as we can see right here. Meanwhile, we had here a fake breakout, and then we can see the real level of a resistance has also been respected. It also a real level of a support, which has been followed later with a fake breakout, and again, the same level of a real support has been respected, which means 0.93120 is indeed a very strong level of a support that cannot be ignored. We have to wait for the market to rise for about 45 pips, I would say, before we can start shorting it. However, if we do that, the take profit level is going to be placed this time. Let me just see. The take profit level, let me just scroll to the left side. We need to find on the left side a strong key support level. Yes, definitely. Perfect. I'm actually checking the real level of a support right here, and right there, and right there, and right there, and of course mainly right here and right here, and in the middle we can see here we had the fake breakouts. So yes, definitely 0.91614 is going to be our boy. That's going to be our take profit level. We can actually expect to make approximately 150 pips more profit from the signal. Meanwhile, the safe zone, back to the 4-hour time frame, the safe zone shouldn't actually be ranging higher than this level of a resistance right here, exactly at 0.93753, which means the safe zone is ranging for about 62 pips against 150 pips of profit. Moving now to the gold, which I'm really so proud of. As you can see, my friends, the gold has went in total of 440 pips, currently running in about 317 pips of profit. I really want to know in the comments, guys, if you have taken this signal and enjoyed all these profits. This was amazing signal. I really feel sorry for making the take profit level 631 pips. I really don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, let me now see what we can do next with the gold. I believe it's going to continue the rise. The question is where exactly we can start buying the gold. Now moving to the daily chart. Now on the daily chart, we are not yet done with that level of a support right here exactly. At 17, actually at 1800. 1800, as I'm telling you, my friends, always with the gold, 1600 and 1700 and 1800 are always critical levels for the gold. You can never just ignore these levels. You can never expect to start buying the gold right here and take profit level right there. It doesn't make sense actually. These levels are very strong and very critical. Therefore, they have to be either a take profit or an entry. Therefore, I believe that if we check here on the left side, we can see how the market has always been respecting that level of a support. So 1800.57 has actually been a very strong key level of a support. And pay attention, right here we had a real level of a resistance, another key resistance level on the same level, of course, another resistance. So therefore 1800 is eventually gonna be retested. Now the problem here is that this candle is still alive. This current daily candle is still alive, it's still running. It's gonna expire after 6 hours and 10 minutes. It's really hard to predict how the market is gonna move right now, but if I'm not mistaken, this daily candle is eventually gonna close as a bullish candle, and I think we can actually safely start buying the gold after it fall for about another 97 pips exactly on that level of a previous support. Right there exactly. Pay attention now, the gold actually is reversing already. It has reversed for about 150 pips so far. This is actually a very strong bearish movement for the gold. It's actually dangerous. The gold actually was right there when I started recording, and it moved for more than 105 pips, I think. So therefore, we actually might want to edit the signal. And let me just move back to the daily chart. I need to be really careful right here. The reason, actually, I was really planning to send you the signal to start buying the gold almost like right there, almost right here. But the gold is so near to it. I mean, I don't feel safe sending you the signal to start buying the gold right there. Let me try to find a better entry, of course. We can, of course, buy at lower than 1800, no problem. Like 1792, 1795, it's totally fine, of course, to buy the gold at these rates. I'm checking on the left side just to confirm if this is indeed a safe entry to start. Oh my goodness, definitely yes, definitely yes. I would definitely, much likely, and I really prefer to buy the gold at 1795.50. Of course, not to mention, this was, of course, the nearest support to that bullish breakout candle. Of course, also it was, here we are having the nearest resistance to that bullish breakout candle as well. And if I'm not mistaken, let me just check right here. Guys, by the way, I swear to God, I did not analyze this before recording. I'm doing it just right now, to be honest. So we're having here that support trend line. And if I moved it all the way right here, perfect. Perfect. I think it's perfect, yes. We can see clearly. Let me just be sure again. I want to delete this line and again start fresh. We can see clearly that we're having here a support trend line. Perfect. Yeah, I think it's safe. I believe it's going to be safe and good idea to start buying the gold exactly at 1795.50 after it falls for about 136 pips more. And the take profit level, of course, my friends, is going to be placed just at the nearest strong key resistance level. Exactly at this level right here. As you can see, this was the nearest strong key resistance level. It was a resistance right here as well. Of course, it was also a strong key support level, which means the take profit level for the gold is going to be about 350 pips more. Meanwhile, the safe zone shouldn't actually be ranging lower than this level of a support exactly right here and right there, of course, at 1779.50, which means the safe zone is ranging for about 100. Let me just go back to the 4-hour time frame. It's hard to see it here. The safe zone is ranging for about 157 pips against 350 pips of profit. And there goes the signal, my friends, for the gold and for the USD pairs for the remaining days of this week. Of course, I have to remind everyone again about the FOMC statement tomorrow at 11 p.m. Dubai time, 7 p.m. GMT time, we will be having the FOMC statement, which most likely gonna change the direction of the market, and it either gonna boost it or change the direction to cause the signals to go on the opposite direction. So again, if that happens, I will remind again everyone about it. But still, if you guys are on the free group of Telegram, you will receive the notifications before the news will be out. So again, I hope it's going to be a profitable week for everyone, and hopefully everyone will make decent profits with Xtreme Trader. So until then, I hope that is informative to you, and I would like to thank you for watching.